Hello out there, people of YouTube. My name is MixGen6 here, and welcome to my first video. After seeing so many people doing gameplay videos and so many game players on YouTube, I thought I would start with my own. Now, I've always wanted to be entertaining. I've always liked to entertain people since I was little, so I thought this would be a good way to get started and to see if I can make it or not. So I'll be playing Cid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth, DLC Rising Tide first, so I can show you some gameplay, and at the same time tell you maybe a little bit more about my channel and what I'm planning to do here. So I'll be right back with you once we get started. Loading screen, loading screen, loading screen, loading screen. Ooh. There we go. And we're about to land. Now, for all of you out there, this game is available on Steam, and Cid Meier came out with Civilization 6, so if you want to pick that up, that's up to you. So if you're new to, if you're familiar with the game, you know about all the resources and what you've done, so I'm not going to really talk about it. It's not really that much of a let's play or how to play video as much as it is just me getting to know you and you getting to know me. Landing. Choosing your research on the tech web as soon as it loads. There we go. And now to send my explorers out to hopefully find myself a resource pod. Oop, there's one down there. Now I have played this game before, but it's been about a year, so I'm a bit rusty. So interesting thing, the way I chose my name. I like playing games that I like to play, so I thought, it's not always the next generation of games, so I thought mixed generation. Something old, something new, but always something I find fun. Construct the farm. Also, if you notice me stumbling over my words a bit, I kind of do that. It's not on purpose. It's just I get a little excited when I play. I just like games, okay? And I get excited whenever I play a game. Ooh, there we go. Some more energy. See if we can find some more stuff. Now, the kind of games that I'm pretty much into, or I like, games like Cid Meier Civilization, a bit of a turn-based thing, but I also like a lot of survival games and a lot of console games too. I'll see if I can be able to put up some console games, but as of yet, I do not have the equipment. Like I said, this is just a trial, seeing how I do here on YouTube, because why bother getting the equipment if you're not going to end up needing it? I also apologize if I go sad sometimes. Sometimes I'll be reading or I'll be thinking of my move ahead. If things end up taking too long and me being too silent or things not being interesting enough, I will cut ahead to more interesting parts. Yay, research pod. And there's a nest right there. How lovely. I always love these ones right here. The sea dragons, they call them. I always love them because they always remind me like of a big whale with like 6 flippers, and this little thing over here, this stag beetle-like head appearance, I should say. But these are, I think they might most likely be suckers. It looks like tentacle suckers to me. It could be wrong. Ooh, quest decision. Sometimes you get these little quests pop up. Usually, this is one that has to do with whenever you build a building for the first time, they'll give you a chance to earn a little extra a little extra benefit from it. But like I said, it's depending on how you play and how you choose. I like games like that let you play the style that you want to play. Like for me, I'm not big on exactly doing trading around here or diplomacy. I more just like to explore and build up my city. And eventually I will need to you know, for certain victory conditions, you will need to interact. You will have contact with the other people. I mean, either they will try to stop you, or actually, most likely, that's what they're going to try to do. Since opening our clinic, the populace has been split by an ideological divide. Securing and improving our new territory has put great strain on both our military and civil workforce. Both contend that the hazards they face should be offset by state-sponsored health care. Our fledgling colony does not have the resources to do both, which then has a greater need of aid. I like keeping my people healthy, because healthy can ensure they'll be productive. Defense and security are vital, but our colony must invert its infrastructure if we are to truly thrive. Our civil workers are the engine that powers our growth in our economy. Providing them with care is a small price to pay to safeguard that progress. I can be a little dyslexic. See, let's get out some more explorers. And into the darkness, what do we find? Now, in case you guys are wondering what these green bits of mist are, it's miasma. It will damage your units, but alien units are not damaged by it. In fact, it heals them. And right now I'm playing to the effect that I will end up... that I will end up wanting to quote-unquote tame these creatures, but more like leash them into my own units. As they become your units, they're significantly weaker than military units, but they make great scouting pieces. Right, vanishers. That's the word they use, vanishers. The shadowy devils that drag off our colonists' loved ones in the night. People say they're the size of bears, but with countless limbs and dead, spider-like eyes. Those are the tales, anyway. All we know for sure is the citizens have been mysteriously disappearing from Mandira ever since it was founded. A few victims recently were discovered near a cave outside of town. They're alive but unconscious. But one clinic building already done. Vanishers. Quest decision. Now these are different affinities, and depending on which one you follow will lead you to certain victory conditions, and also certain upgrades for your military units, and also different abilities. And you'll see what I mean by abilities in a bit. The beasts are real, yelled one victim, Daniel Drake. Our efforts in Mandira have managed to revive 2 survivors who were dragged from their homes 7 nights ago. They snatched my boy, Sean, from his bed with 1,000,000 spiny arms. I was in the kitchen and came running to his screams. 100 tiny eyes and 20 mouths is all I saw before they were off with me, too. We may have a problem. You think. Both Drakes recall being dragged to a nearby cave where a dozen large aliens met as a pack. The group attempted to approach the Drakes, but was seemingly held at bay. At some point I switched on my communication watch to try to call for help. The city's network don't reach that far, but as soon as my watch was on, bristly bastards stayed away. Drake Jr. chimed in. After a while, they all ran off. Later, we heard more screaming from the town. Seems that our fair new city may have an unfortunate location. We have 2 options now. We can attempt to ward these aliens off with electromagnetic barrier. However, our best bet may be to bait the vanishers with our own food to capture them and study them more closely. Now, if we were talking aliens like from the movie Aliens, I would say, kill the dang thing, kill it with fire. But since these are not, I'm going to go ahead and bait them. Besides having a clear appetite for colonists, we don't know much about Vanishers' diet. Assuming they're after meat, we should dedicate some livestock to use as bait. It's a dangerous game, grunted an angry Drake. We build a city next to a pack of terrifying beasts? Oh, I know, let's feed them! You bureaucrats should guard the bait yourselves. So build 1 vivarium. So I'll soon need to go to the tech tree and unlock the branch will give me the ability to construct a vivarium. And those are some rippers. More ocean aliens. I always like these guys too because they just remind me of a combination of a beetle and a dolphin. Also always love the Cid Meier games. They are very beautifully detailed. And it's obvious to take great pride in their work. And I found a nest. Now I could destroy the nest to find some resources, but that will piss off all the aliens. It kind of works like a hive mind system. All the aliens will be alert to whatever you do to another. Which is, in the beginning, if you stay away, it's good, but eventually one of the other players, whether it be an online, if you're playing multiplayer, or the computer, will eventually have to tangle with the aliens and might piss them off. And if that point happens, you're going to need to be prepared to fight back. Found an outpost. Yep, let's make ourselves a new colony. And let's see, we're looking at the vivarium, so where is that on this? There we go, an ecology. Start thinking of a place where I should put the new city. I usually like to put it close to like a bunch of resources, so when someone expands, it can just cover that more quickly. Maybe here would be a good one. I also like putting in the water so you can have access to the waterways and be able to explore that way too. So I'm pretty sure after the colonists, I'm going to create an aquatic military unit. I always like to put virtue points into something that will eventually give me free stuff, because free stuff is good. You guys have probably noticed by now there's no face cam in this video. Well, like I said, it's my first video. I don't know how it's going to do or how it's going to be in YouTube. So I thought I'd make it a milestone that I'll make it a milestone if I get probably maybe 200,000 subscribers, or maybe a little less than that. I'll say 50,000 subscribers. I'll do a face reveal and I'll start doing videos with my face. Until then, you just have to listen to the sound of my voice. Ooh, and a solar satellite too. Those are good for extra energy bits, which kind of work like currency. Yeah, I'm gonna go down there where it suggests I put one. Culture. Now I can develop another virtue. Free worker, please. Yes, make things happen faster. Yay, now we can get ourselves a vivarium. Now let's see what the research we want to do now. Let's see, ecology, genetics. Now I want to be able to do this, to leash an alien, so I'm going to go ahead and put something to genetics at the moment. Ooh, an artifact too. Now I love these because you can be able to get a new type of research, as well as just add some more points to either like culture, energy, or science. So I usually stockpile them and then see what combination they make until I get to one where I like. Now they can come in like 3 different states: battered, worn, or pristine. Now pristine is the best, battered is the worst. But all it does is it will either give you more or less of these bonus points. Ah. I told you I don't do much trading, so I probably won't trade with these, but it just decide which one you want closer to, which one you want to have close with whichever you prioritize, whether it be energy in science or food in science. But I'm going to probably just go with far base 1, because I think I'll be getting pretty much a lot of food around here. Wow. And around. With virtue. That we can get, that way we're closer to getting one more free colony unit, so I can now put one more city down. Oh, I wish I could find a spot with a location with more resources that was closer by. You know how sometimes gamers get upset with the games they play, they usually rage quit? I do something a little different. I rage reset. I just said, nope, screw it, just gonna start from scratch. But I'm not gonna do that here. It's nothing worse than a sore loser. Or suddenly like, oh my god, the game is just starting to get hard, I wanna quit and start again when it was easy. No. No, no. I'm not that kind of person. Not unless it gets really, really hard. But even then, I don't usually do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it there. Alright, and receive the 1 soldier unit. Swell. Ooh, and another research pod. These means are they okay with the Is there? I'm not quite sure if there's miasma there or not, so I'm just going to move them off to the side. And fortify. Ooh. Here we go. On the morning after the variant's completion, workers find it already filled with vanishers. In the night, it seems, the local pack found their way into the building, gorged themselves, then fell asleep. Now cameras inside the facility show them nervously shuffling about the entrance. It will appear they are afraid of the sun. From studying their behavior, beasts also seem to be quite docile. Bizarrely, the vats of processed meat inside the vivarium remain untouched. Every once in a while, individual vanishers are observed running their snouts over metal surfaces in the building. Maybe we'll learn more about these beasts someday, but for now, we must move them outside our city. Time to enlist the help of professionals. Now I need to build 1 ranger unit, which means I have to research something else once it comes up. Choose production. I'm going to go with ultrasonic fence, but I'm also going to probably go inside the city and purchase probably a new bit of land to probably get down a generator or 2. Nice, I just rolled right over it. And looks like we've got genetics. Now let's see, we wanted to have ranged men to continue the Vanisher quest. So for that, we're going to need to go for physics. Ooh, another pod. Ooh, and an artifact too. Collapsible family library. Collapsible structure used for private study, built to fit inside walls, was hailed as the 22nd century's education innovation. It was an affordable and reliable alternative for families unable to afford a permanent space for their children to learn. As space became even more scarce, schools adopted the use of these collapsing libraries as well. 1 more free colony. Now the big question is where to put it. I'm just going to have to look overseas and see what I find. Now the only problem is this vessel will be very vulnerable. Also, I can definitely put colonies in the water, but it's just kind of weird, the gameplay and moving them around and such. So I usually like just stick them on land close to water. Yeah, this right here, this quest gets you started on one of the victory conditions. So just to research computing, a mysterious encrypted transmission was received from an unknown origin. After some considerable effort, it has been decoded. The clear text reads, The Culper cell requires infrastructure for covert operations. Should you choose to accept, you will be awarded in time. Nice. Alright. So now to choose new research. See, I'm starting to be concerned because I'm kind of running out of space for power, so I'm going to build a building that will probably help with an increase of energy, so I'm just going to have to take a peek first. I forget which one it was. I'll know it when I see it. Yes, that. Engineering. There we go. The marvels. There's no mountain, and a nearby colony discovered the remains of an enormous creature on the planet's surface. Most of the remains are underground, otherwise they most likely would have been noticed by our orbital operations. Carbon dating has determined the remains are thousands of years old. A being this size shouldn't even exist, let alone survive intact for millennia. So now we can go ahead and start researching those skeletal remains we see. And now it's become a city. Now let's see. Expeditions. Hey, 3 more additional modules. And yay, we've got some modules. Let's go back to that. If I don't find anything soon, I might just set up in the water. Ooh, and an artifact. Pristine, and I have 3. So let's see if I can make something that I want to have. So we take these. Put in here. Drone command. Work 2 more tiles and city has citizens. So I'm going to hold on to these, see if I can make something better in the future. Yes, we needed rangers, I believe. Yeah. Ooh, there's a kraken nearby. I always hate those. Scourge of the seas, they are. Can we please find a bit of land? And by that I mean maybe another continent. And this is all you have to do it. Soft tissue to size vision familiar brain anatomy. Cord many meters in diameter. And individual neurons you can hold in your hand. Ugh. More samples like this, our colony can learn far more about alien anatomy than we do today. We should locate more. Yay, adventurers! First captured scientists have learned more about their odd habits. The meat laid out as bait inside the vivarium remained untouched, but nearly all the interior metal was polished clean. Close analysis revealed something startling. Nearly all the metal on this planet is covered in near microscopic insects, termite-like beings that slowly digest it layer by layer. Amazingly, the giant vanisher beasts seem to be misunderstood bottom feeders. This discovery has also been reinforced by the soldiers hired to move the beasts. When entering the vivarium, these giant aliens ran to the corners of the room. However, when hunks of scrap metal were thrown in its center, they approached it eagerly. Our rangers seem to have grown quite fond of these docile beasts. Oh, docile. Maybe one day they could even accompany them in the field. Nice. Ooh, and an upgrade in Infinity progress. We can actually upgrade some of our units soon. Yay, we can. See, Patrol Bolt. Give it a little special bonus. Against ranged naval units, against naval melee units. I'm gonna go with that. And as for our soldiers, more strength when attacking. Research. I suppose something else was going. What was that? A spy. I think it was a spy network of some sort. So computer. Oh, there goes spy agents. That might have been a little too far along. Can I go back, please? Thank you. Yeah, 27 turns. Yeah, I'd actually be more closer to leashing them than the actual spy agency. Ooh, fun land, finally! But is there enough and nearby good enough resources? Don't want to step on anyone's toes. Ooh, this looks like a promising spot. Kind of close by, but the other things, but you know. Maybe if we just promise not to expand anymore, they'll leave us alone. And an artifact, too. Alright, let's see if we can create something new that I want. Then another drone command. Ooh, Xenomath baths. I love those. And drone command. I'm going to go with the Xenomath bath because it provides culture and also units will heal 100% after one turn in the city. You see, it also gives you a +2 production and plus science, but that's because these things are in not the best condition. Yay! Ooh, develop a virtue. Which one do I want to have? Field research is also pretty good. When that's healthy, they're not healthy just yet. Might as well do that. Get so closer to mind over matter. Darn, I was hoping for a free virtue perk. Sometimes you get those. Yay! Ooh, and more affinity progression. Well, life forms too. I guess soon we'll be able to wrangle them. See where it should be the best place to put next. Computing, gating, and physics. Chemistry, why not? Upgrades available. Combat rover. One tanking fortified units. I'll use something else for flanking. Rangers can defending against range. And that's for the gunboat. Against land units, because sometimes I do like to attack from the sea. It came out of the water, man! It just came out of the water. And I'm almost to my spot. And that thing is getting a little close. Well, I'm going to probably leave it here for now. We're getting close to our new location. Next time we're probably going to establish that base and see if we can work on expanding our territory more. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please leave a like down there and a comment. Maybe tell me what games you'd like to see me play. Now, I am on a bit of a budget, so I'll see what I can do. And also, I'll be showing off some other games in the future, so it's not just going to be this game or games like this. So, you know, give me suggestions in the comments section. Click that like button. And if you want to, subscribe to me. If you want to find me, I'm also available on Twitter at MixGen6. So you can tweet me there and watch out for my tweets. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.